everyone, welcome back to my channel. And this read, actually while I introduce this read, I'm going to light these candles. This pick a card tarot read today is going to be an energy check-in as to what's going on in your connection with someone else, someone who's on your mind lately. And this connection can be anything. It can be a business partner, put that over there. It can be a business partner, it can be a friend, it can be a family member, it can be a romantic partner, it could be a housemate, it could be anyone. So what I'll be doing is with the initial energy check, with the pile selection that I do, this will represent the nature of your relationship with that person. So that will give you an idea whether you've picked the right read. But hang around because when I go into the read, I'm also going to do a side for person A and person B. So you could resonate with the energy of the person on this side, and that'll be your person, or you'll flip it. You might resonate with the cards that come out for this side, and then that will be your person. So by that stage, I'd say you'll know that you've picked the right pile. And then we'll go a little bit deeper and we'll look at the main challenges or opportunities that you have for your connection. So if it is a connection that's struggling, then that might reflect some challenges. But you never know, you might have opportunities to take this to another level. So the cards will show that. So if I've got any other questions or curiosities, I'll use some clarifiers just to get some more information on that. And then I'll look at any advice for your connection. So that will further clarify any challenges or opportunities. And then we'll look at some future energies and see what's in store for your connections, just so you see where it's headed. And then I'll close the reading with some channeled messages. So what I'm wanting to do is trying to keep these reads a little bit shorter. They've been going very long, but I do say that every single read. So we'll see what happens. So if you like, you can go to the timestamp for pile 1 and then just go back 10 seconds, and then that'll show the pile selections already done. Or if you want to stick around, I'm just going to now shuffle and select the piles. So this will represent the nature of your relationship. So this will give you an idea as to whether it's a friendship, romantic interest, whatever. So that'll give you an idea. And just one more shuffle. Okay, so let's have a look at the energy check for pile 1 and the nature of the relationship with you and your person. Pile 1. Okay. And it's on a little bit of a slant. I do read them that way. And pile 2, the nature of the relationship for pile 2. I'm going to use that one. You know what, 2 wanted to come out, so I'm going to do that. And the nature of the relationship for pile 3. Whoop! You don't want to see that. Okay. And let's just put these aside. Okay. So if you want to choose by cards, these are oracle cards. These are the energy oracle. Or if you want to choose by these Egyptian tiles, loaded with information, these Egyptian tiles, I love them, and they just work so well together. Okay, pile 1. Let's just do this over there. Ooh, pile 1. Okay. And I'll bring these closer to the camera once I've selected. And I'm not going to say what they are, just be selecting purely via the symbol. So pile 2, nature of the relationship for pile 2. Go this one. Put it right in the middle. If you know Egyptian mythology, you might even know, especially you might know what that one is. And pile 3, nature of the relationship for pile 3. Okay. Oh, this came out last reading. Okay. And I'll put this one aside. So if you're drawn to pile 1, then you're drawn to this tile and that pile. Put down there. If you're drawn to pile 2, you're drawn to that tile and that pile there. Or if you're drawn to pile 3, you're drawn to that tile or this pile there. Okay, so go ahead and pick your reading or pick your piles, and I'll see you in your reading. Bye, thank you. Hey pile one, welcome to your read. And if you chose this read, you chose this tile, which is Anubis. He's the Lord of the afterlife. And what he does is he helps people, righteous people, transition when they're transitioning from life to death. So this would represent someone who is going through a situation where something has ended and you're healing from that relationship in this case, or that connection. So this is somewhere where you're also receiving guidance or intuitive hits as to the reason why this connection ended and it had to end. Or maybe it never even begun, and in your mind you wanted it to begin. But for some reason it didn't pan out. So either way, this connection with this person either didn't pan out as you thought it would, or it didn't take off, or it ended, and you're healing from this. But you are being guided. With the Anubis tile being here, it's suggesting that perhaps you're receiving intuitive hits through your dreams, or you're just sensing, you probably just sense, you know what, this was never for me. This connection was never for me. It's not telling me yet as to what type of connection, whether it's romantic or business or whatever. So I'll have a look at this one, and then the other cards will also give us some more information. But this is a transitionary period that you're going through when you're healing from it, and you are being provided healing, whether you realize it or not. So look at the synchronicities in your life, look at the dreams, listen to your gut, listen to your intuition as to why this didn't work out as you wanted it to work out, and that will give you information. But the word I'm getting is rejection is divine protection. It was not meant to be, or it's a karmic contract that's ended. It could be that. Some sort of, you've learned what you needed to learn from this relationship, whether it took off or not, and now it's time to move on to something better. Okay, so let's just put that one there and have a look at what this is. Okay, let's just put that up. Contract, reversed. And that just lines up perfectly with Anubis there. So with the contract being here, it is most likely either a karmic contract, like I said, or it could be a physical contract where, you know, a contract that you had with an employer, or a contract that you had with a client, something with an actual physical contract that is over. And it's just coming out of the reversal. So I would say this is something that you know is over or has ended, and perhaps and it does suggest a healing from it. So perhaps it's a contract that you would have preferred to have kept going, or you would have preferred to have gone off the ground and actually happened. So I'll get some more as to the nature. You know what? I will clarify this with this deck. Okay. And this is the Crystal Visions Tarot. And I'll just get one just to clarify. Because, you know, it could be a karmic contract, could be the same as a work contract too. You know, you're karmically bound with people that you work with as well. It's not just friendships and relationships or anything. It has a business feel to it. That's what it has a feel to. So just get some clarification there straight out. Oh, there's two. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. Yep. And 9 of Wands. I would say, yeah, this is business related. Because the 10 of Pentacles, it's the ending. It's usually, I see the 10 of Pentacles as the retirement card, and it's in what I call the completion phase. So this has reached its natural conclusion, and it was a successful conclusion. You are a little bit battle weary from it, and you're taking some time out. The Nine of Wands is someone who is just a little bit buggered from the battle, hasn't completely given up. Perhaps you haven't completely given up on the idea. So let's say, you know, you went for a job and you didn't get it, or you're in a job and you liked it and you were, I don't know, made redundant or whatever. It's something, you don't have to give up on the goal of working in that industry, for example. You don't have to give up on that. But this job, well, let's just use job as an example, has played itself out. And perhaps it was a job or a contract where it was just too much anyway, and you were feeling like, leading up to it, you're going, you know what, I'm over this. You know, this is really hard. An example could be the money's good, but you're stressed. You're completely stressed. You're worked to the bone. And towards the end, you're thinking, oh, it feels like this has been taken off your hands for you. The universe stepped in and answered your request of, I want something better because this is too hard. It was draining you. Like you were having to, especially towards the end, you're having to fight to keep it in your life because it's such a big thing. It's a big material thing. Perhaps maybe you have been to downsize a car or a house or something, because the Ten of Pentacles can mean a contract with, you know, an institution, or, you know, a mortgage or something like that, where you've worked a very long time to get to this stage. So I would say it is something, even if it's a job that didn't pan out, you worked very hard to get to the point where you had the opportunity to get the job. Or you've worked really hard to keep that job and now it's ended. That's sort of what it feels like. It's something that you've been working towards for a very long time and very hard towards it. And now the universe has stepped in to actually let you take a step back from that and reevaluate if that's what you really want. You can still go for that same thing. You can still buy another house, buy another car, get another job, start a new career. You can still do all those things, and you can still do it in the same realms that you're doing it before. But that opportunity or that situation wasn't serving you anymore. So the universe has taken it out. Perhaps you were the one that made the decision to, you know, move on from this contract or break the contract. It just feels like it's something that you're healing from. So you're either healing from it because it was just so hard and you basically cut the cords and you went, no, I'm done. This is too hard. And you're reeling from that. Or it ended, like they were the ones to decide to end it and you're reeling from the ending. Maybe you weren't quite ready for it. So I think that is enough for the energy check for this stuff, for this pile and these clarifiers. So what I'll do now is I'll drill down and just get person A and person B, so you can have a look as to which side you're in, and that will give us some more information. So let's just put that like that. That looks good. All right. So we'll be using the Archangel Animal Oracle for this one. And I'm going to look at now person A, the person on this side. And then I'm going to clarify it with the Fairy Temple Oracle as well. And one more shuffle for person A. Okay. Person A. Who is the person on this side? This is wanting to come out. The Wolf. Be independent, but work together. Okay. All right. So I'll be using that deck again for person B, but I just want to clarify person A. Crack a shuffle. That's a bit better. There we go. And last shuffle for person A. Okay. What was on the back before? All right. Person A. And that sort of spun around, I'll note that. Oh, that was on the back of the deck. I don't know if you sort of, go back 10 seconds, but you'll see that that was on the back of the deck, and now that's come out. That's absolutely supposed to have come out. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, so let's go back, and I'm not going to do the shuffling. I've already done that. So person B now. Person B. And there we go. Cat. Ah, dog and cat. Oh, hello. Oh, and see, that comes off. I actually broke that. Didn't really want that to happen. So let's do that. Cat. So that's interesting. Dog and cats generally are, you know, you're either a cat person or a dog person. I don't believe that because I like both. But the cat and dog is generally depicted as something opposite. So perhaps, you know, you were quite opposite people. Both very independent though. The wolf and the cat, both very independent people. Okay, so let's just get another clarifier for person B on this side. Perhaps you already know. Oh, 2. Okay, so let's just put that there like that. Oh, it says legacy, trust, inspire, fulfill. And consequence, change, flutter effect, or flutter effect. Okay, and then I'll put this away. All right. Okay, so let's start on this side for person A. So you got the wolf, be independent but work together, and tender-hearted, rally, encourage, and calm. So the wolf is a pack animal and very, very loyal to their family. But at the same time, don't cross them. Don't mess with them. They will fight to the death to protect their family. This is about teamwork, someone who enjoys working as part of a team, but having their own independent project that they're working on, which contributes to the team. I would say person A sees himself as an empath, someone who's very kind-hearted. It feels like this energy is more of a passive energy. This is more of a masculine energy. So maybe this is like a female and this is a male. But it feels like someone who is very connected to their heart and makes decisions based on what feels good. But at the same time, they don't put up with any bullshit. This is someone that if you upset them and they would feel it, they will let you know. Like a dog, if you piss a dog off, they're going to let you know straight away. I was going to take a drink. Just 1 second, I'm thirsty. Yeah. So this is also someone who really enjoys connection with people and tries to get people to work as a team. And that bird is really annoying me. Hopefully that's not being picked up. Little peewee. So if this was in a job situation or a business situation, or maybe you're wanting to network or get a group going, this person, if you resonate with this person, would be someone who would like to organize that group and get them together and get everyone working harmoniously together for the win-win from the heart. This is someone who means well. Both people on both sides absolutely mean well. And perhaps you came together originally because you had a common ground, common quest or cause that you were wanting to work towards. And you're both that same person. You're both wanting to create something that is going to last a test of time. And you're both doing it for the win-win. You're doing it from the heart for a very good cause, for a very good reason. So I would say this, if it was an ending or a split, it was just a natural progression of both your, for example, both your careers. That's just how it meant to go in the directions that you meant to go. It feels like you're both going in completely opposite directions, But this person, talking about this person, it is someone who is both people very independent, but this person, like an example of what could have happened here is perhaps you were a duo, or you're in a partnership together and you had a business together, or I don't know, you made music together or something like that, where you collaborated together. But now what has happened is this person here has gone, you know what, I want to go out on my own. That's a very good example of what's going on here in this situation. So I think by now, I'll keep going obviously, but by now I'd say you'll have a good idea whether this read is for you or not. But this person, absolutely perfect. Someone who you would want on your team. This person would be the one that would organize everyone and get everyone together, send all the invites out, organize meetings, make sure everyone has those meetings, and everyone is a very good, sort of like the counselor of the group. Someone who made sure everyone was happy. Great manager. Very, very tender-hearted though, and has learnt over the years to protect their heart. They want the best for everyone, but they also realize at the same time that there can be some personality conflict, especially when you're trying to get a team together. And sometimes you've got to set boundaries, and sometimes you've got to make the hard decisions. So they have learnt the hard way to be able to do that, but still act with integrity and still act from the heart. Like you can discipline someone or discipline a child, or this could also mean the child's left home. You could be a parent where the child is left home and that contract of being a parent is over because you've done it for a very long time. As you know, being a parent's hard. That's another example of what this reading is projecting here or representing here. So it is someone looking at this wolf. Maybe I can go the wolf person and the cat person. Like the wolves are absolutely beautiful. They are beautiful dogs. They are beautiful animals, beautiful beasts. But when you see them with their young, absolutely tender-hearted. So they've learnt, because it seems like it can be opposite. This is a person who's an empath. This is a person who can rip you to shreds if if they need to. So this is a person who has actually learnt to stand up for themselves if they have to, if and when they have to, but they would prefer to go at it from a perspective of love, connection, win-win from the heart. So that's person A, or the wolf person. So looking over here at the cat person, be relaxed and independent. And you've got legacy, trust, inspire, fulfill, and consequence, change, flutter, and effect, or flutter effect. So this person is someone who is looking at the long term. You're both looking at the long term, because and you have been for a very long time. You've got the 10 Pentacles here. That takes a hell of a long time to get to the 10, because Pentacles is the slowest moving element of tarot, and this is the 10 in the completion phase. And it's something that's been a really, really long slog. But this person is wanting to create a legacy for themselves. And they want to create a butterfly effect or a knock-on effect. So this could be someone who perhaps wants to pass a business down to their child. An example, again, the child has left home, but still working in the family business, or this person the child actually might be taking over the family business. That's an example of this read as well. So it is where this person is working really, really hard on making whatever that you've been working on together last the test of time, last through the generations. And they're wanting to go out on their own, perhaps so they can create a business on their own, and then what they create on their own, then pass it on. Or it could be passing on wisdom or knowledge. Having gone through this experience that you've gone through together was incredibly valuable. Incredibly valuable. You've learnt so much. You've grown so much together. So what you're both doing is you're taking on everything, all the wisdom from what you've gained through this experience, all the life lessons, all the growth you've experienced, potentially even money that you've gained. You've actually, in the example of a business, you've built this business up to be quite lucrative. So even if you are splitting it down the middle, it's still very lucrative. I'm not really seeing this. It could be a relationship breakup where you are, a marriage breakup where you're actually having to part money. It could be that. Take it out as it resonates, but it is a contract that's over. So, this could be a contract, a marriage contract. It could be a karmic contract. So again, this is a general read, so you have to take it as it resonates. And I could drill down, but again, I'm trying to keep this video short if I can. So this person is working very, very hard and knows what they're doing is they're looking at the very, very long-term future. A long-term future that spans past their lifetime or past this lifetime. These decisions that this person is making, and I'm suggesting that this is a person that has made the break. They've made it from a standpoint of, this is the decision that I need to make now in order to secure this future. This is the best move forward. This is the best way forward in order to have either the future of this person or the future of their child, or the future of whoever they're benefiting. This is going to benefit them the most. This is a person that is looking at the grander or the broader win-win. So this person would look at the complete end result, the legacy, the final result, the ongoing benefits of this. This person is very far reaching into the future looking. This person is looking more into the moment and the personal interactions that make up a team. That's why you guys were such a good team to start with, because how perfect is that? Someone who's action orientated and someone who, the go-getter person, the salesman, while this person is the HR person, looking at the business example of this read. So I think that is enough. I feel I can get a little bit more. Just tune on this person. Very affectionate though, still very loyal, but more independent than this person. Way more independent. Probably even more psychic. You're both very psychic though. Both very psychic. And especially with this tile here, there's a lot of, it could be a spiritual business as well, or a spiritual connection. That's why I keep coming back to the karmic connection, a past life in contract that has now ended, and you're now moving on to the next phase of your life. I'm seeing this everywhere, where karmic contracts are ending, and this is the lifetime where we're getting the opportunity to actually learn what we need to learn and move and grow and move on to the next opportunity, the next life opportunity. I feel that's it. Whatever I needed to say, I've just said. Okay, I'm going to trust that one. So now let's have a look at what are the main challenges or opportunities for your connection. This is the Tarot of Dreams deck. And these cards are going to be for both of you. Because I feel that you're still very connected. I don't feel that this breakup or ending was a bad one at all. It doesn't feel, because you're both very, perhaps this person might be taking it more to heart than this person. But you both know it was the right move. And it was meant to happen. So challenges and opportunities for this connection moving forward. These come out together and that one wants to be separate. Okay. I'll get some more if I need some more. Oh, wow. Huh. In this deck, this is the only deck that I have, the only tarot deck that I have that has cards like this. So Palace of Coins and the palace of something is the environment of, or the element or foundation of that suit or element. So this will be the Palace of Coins, Palace of Pentacles, which is basically everything, is the energy of everything tangible. And the Palace of Wands, it feels like, if anything, this is this person and that is that person. That's what it feels like. They're all in the same orientation. Or this one's Queen of Swords. So this was a break, because the Queen of Swords is someone who does make that break. She knows how to actually create, set very good boundaries and make a cut if it's needed. And why am I picking up that? It's interesting I was picking up that one too instead of the, I'll do that, I'll go with that. This is very much an amethyst theme, and the Queen of Swords is an Aquarian, and the stone for Aquarius is amethyst. So that's an interesting connection. So, and these cards are both reversed as well. So this is definitely something, and this is the challenges or opportunities. I would say, well, like challenge and opportunity can be seen as the same thing, but it is going to be challenging to end this connection because there is so much energy behind it. You've created a legacy together. So I would say if it's a business example, you've been in business together for a very long time. Or if it's a karmic relationship, you've been in that relationship for a very long time, or you've had several lifetimes together. And it's really, really hard to make that break. If you're a parent and your child's leaving, you've been a parent with them for, 18 plus years. You've had this relationship for a very, very long time, and it's really, really hard potentially to stick to your guns with regards to making this break permanent. This person really does not want to take any more action on this at all. This person feels it's over. Perhaps this person feels they've lost out financially, or maybe this person might feel like they're entitled to this person's energy. But what you're challenged with at the moment is to stand firm with your boundaries and continue, because this break 100% had to happen. Whether you or the other person made the break or the universe stepped in and actually separated the connection just synchronistically, but it had to happen. It was meant to end. So I think this person would probably be seeing it more as an opportunity to start a new life. This person's having a little bit trouble letting go, because perhaps they felt, especially when you're talking about karmic ties, you can feel like that person is your soulmate. And when I say soulmate, you can have a business partner that is a soulmate. I see my brother as my soulmate. A soulmate is someone who you've had many lifetimes together. A twin flame is different, but a soulmate is someone, you can have an enemy as a soulmate, someone who you've had different incarnations with and played out the same role every single time. That person has played that same role in your life. So they feel like family. They 100% feel like family. So it feels like, and a good example of this, sometimes a mother especially can feel that when the child leaves the nest, it's really, really hard to move on with their life without that person in it, because that's all they've known, or it's what is just so familiar, and it's just what they're, that person is their rock. So whoever this person is, the wolf person is having a lot of trouble moving on and letting go of this person. This person absolutely does not want to take any more action towards the connection at all. So this person definitely has moved on or wants to move on, and is 100% focused now on going on their own. I would say the chances of this connection coming back together is 0. I cannot see this happening, because it is, well, number one, this person isn't interested. You need 2 people to be in a connection, but the universe has stepped in and said, you're done now. And with any connection that has ended in that way, it's because there's something better coming. And that's what you're being guided towards. So this person is resisting the guidance, but being guided they are. This person is embracing the guidance and going at it, 10, 100 miles an hour. That's why I keep coming to, I think this person is the one who has ended. If anyone has ended the connection, it's this person on this side. And because it felt right, it no longer felt right to be in that connection. Doesn't mean that whatever you had was wrong. It was right for a very, very long time. Just like a child, it's just like, yes, the connection between child and parent, very, very important and necessary. But at some point, the child needs to leave the nest and go on their own adventure and live their own life and, become a parent themselves. Or, you built up a business together and now this person wants to go out on their own and do it with their own unique style because that's what they feel is going to benefit them, but not, this person isn't really thinking about them in that way with their decision they've made. They're thinking about future. They're thinking about how many people that they can help as a result of making this break. And they feel that they can have their own unique stamp and spend all their energy. And perhaps there was ways that you were clashing with regards to where you wanted to take this. This person wants to take it to the next level and keep on going. This person, more than happy going as it was, didn't want anything to change. This person wanted to evolve and move into different areas. This person didn't. And I think that's where the I'm going to say conflict, but it just feels like you were rubbing up against each other. Like, I don't think it was a bad split. Perhaps, there could have been, like, usually when there is contrast that moves you out of a connection, there are a few disruptions. But you're both still beautiful people and both still had the intention to want to help and heal. Just now differently, going in different directions. Okay, so the challenge will be for this person to accept that it's over and to move on to, like, you can keep doing what this person here can keep doing what they were doing. They can maybe find another business partner or just keep doing it the way you wanted to do it, keep living your life the way you wanted to do it. It doesn't mean that this person's not in your life anymore. It doesn't mean that. It just means the connection that you had is no longer the same. It's now evolved into something completely different, like the child's left home, this person's going it alone in the business, or this person has, quit the job and moved on and said, no, see you later because I've got a better opportunity over here. This doesn't feel romantic. It could be someone who's, you've moved out of a share, like you shared with someone when you were living with them and now you want to get your own place. It could be that. And this person was used to you having the money, and now, they don't have the same rent coming in or something like that. It just feels like it's that type of relationship. So yeah, it really doesn't feel like it's a romantic one. Okay. So now let's have a look at any advice for your connection. And I'll just have this as advice for you, whatever person you associate yourself as being. And for some reason, I only shuffled that once. Okay, this is advice for you. Queen of Swords again. Okay. That's interesting. And the Queen of Swords with the High Priestess, I see that combination as being someone who's very telepathic. So the advice for you is to embrace this split and tune in to your own intuition. Perhaps because it's affected both of you and it's impacted both of you. How can it not? You guys have been in a relationship in one way or form or another for a very, very long time. It's going to be hard to make that break. It's going to be really, really hard. So a very good example of this, especially as advice, is to do the shadow work. Have a look at the areas of your mind that are offering the biggest resistance, and then look there and probe into there. And you could say to yourself, okay, what do I need to believe for that to be true? You know, it could be a belief of, let's look at this person, say. This person might be, you know, I can't go on financially without this person. What do I need to believe for that to be true? And, you know, a belief could be, well, I can't do it on my own. And then you go, well, what do I need to believe for that to be true? Because I'm not capable. And then, if I know it's an uncomfortable thing to do, but the deeper and deeper and deeper you go, the more you're going to find the core belief behind this. Once you shed light on that, once you see it, it'll come down to something like, I'm not worthy or whatever. And I say whatever is flippant, but you know, it's the general limiting belief system that most people have. Then you have the opportunity to change that and go, you know what? I am worthy. You can plant a new seed or create a new limiting belief or new belief system that is operating in this situation. Go, you know what? I am worthy. I am good enough. I can make money on my own. I can do it on my own. I don't need this person. And start changing, making that shift. This person here might, a limiting belief system, let's have a look into this person, could be, so what they're struggling with is, they're struggling with, I'm just going to tune in actually. What are they struggling with? They're very, very highly strung. They've got a lot of energy. And there's a lot of resistance. Perhaps there could be resentment or anger, or they feel perhaps they did all the work. And a limiting belief system behind that is just like, well, I did all the work. And it's like, well, what will I need to believe for that to be true? It's like, I have to be responsible for everyone. What do I need to believe for that to be true? Because I don't trust anyone. And you keep going back into that and get the limiting belief system behind that. Then change it to, you know, I don't need to be there for everyone all the time. I can trust them to be on their own quite healthily. I can trust them, and you can see the connection between the two. I can trust them to know what's best for them and take the right action for them. I don't need to run everyone's life for them. I don't need to do that anymore. They're good. I can trust them to, you know, move through life on their own. So that can, and then say, okay, well, what would I prefer to believe instead? And go and say, well, okay, well, I can trust everyone. I don't need to be there for everyone. Oh, phew. Oh, thank God. Okay, and that's taking the pressure off. That's going to change the perspective of this connection, and specifically change the perspective of the break or the loss in connection. So I think shadow work, looking, maybe getting some counseling, look at what is going on in your mind, look at what messages you're sending out telepathically as well. You are so connected. I would say that you, and spent so much time together, I would say you can read each other's thoughts. Or you can send messages to that other person, and that other person will receive it. Change the way not only that you talk to them, if you're still in communication with each other, but change the way that you talk to them in your mind. Because that connection is still very active. Energetically speaking, I mean. So, especially if you do the shadow work, that you're definitely going, like, what you can do basically actually is have a conversation with them in your mind about what you would like them to hear, and then in your mind let them talk back with you. Like, you know them so well, you know what they're going to say, and just have a conversation. You don't have to have an actual conversation. This is very much a mental thing, a mental conversation that you can have to try and air out differences and iron out that energy disruption that is still there. Cord cutting can be something that can, and again, cord cutting doesn't mean you actually have to cut them out of your life, but it does cut that association with them. You can do a mental cord cutting. What works for me is I just see a cord between me and the other person and a big ass guillotine, and just chops it, and then I see the cords just float off. some sort of visualization like that can help sever this connection. And I mean sever there's a reason why you drifted apart. It needs to be severed. It needs to move on. Both need to move on and move into your new experiences. Again, doesn't mean that you're not going to see this person ever again, but that type of relationship that you had, that needs to end. A child needs to leave home at some point. They need to move on at some point. It's that sort of energy. It has to happen for the betterment of both of you. So the advice here, and it's also an opportunity to practice, how to do that sort of thing, but it's more advice that you really need to cut the cords with each other and do the shadow work if you feel called to do that. That will be very helpful. I'm just going to check this is still recording, and it is. Everything's still in shot. No, it's not. I think this moves. Okay, gonna have to fix that. Okay. All right. So now let's have a look at what's in store for the connection and any potential future energies. So, and it's interesting, what is in store for the connection. Yeah. I don't know. So let's move this up here so I have more room. Like that. And I feel like this needs to be shuffled a fair bit. And then I'll end it with channeled messages after that. And one more shuffle. Okay. Oh, that one comes up. All right. So I'm going to get some more, but I'm just going to read that for a bit. The Chariot, this was from the perspective of the universe. It was a very successful ending. And victory was had because this is what needed to happen. Whether you're seeing that yet or not, it needed to happen. If you were to talk to your future self 5-10 years from now, looking back on this situation, your future self would go, 100% this had to happen, because if that didn't happen, then I wouldn't have met this person or done that or done that or done that, and I wouldn't be here. If you were to look at your timeline because of this change, or your timeline if you hadn't made the change, this is a much more beneficial outcome at the end of the day, because this happened and this had to happen. This has fate written all over it. And it could have been prior this incarnation, you both decided, yes, we would be together for this amount of time, but at this point it would end. So it absolutely had to. Perhaps it, this is a future potential for the energy. So I think you're going to both move on in the directions in a very, very positive way. You're going to go, yes. And you're both going to see the benefits of it, of moving on. And you're going to move on very quickly, actually, very quickly. And what is going to determine how fast you do this is how effectively you do the shadow work, or how effectively you look at your mind, or look at where you're offering negative or limiting thinking towards the situation. The more you can accept the situation and release it and move towards and start looking at where you want to go. This person's doing that much more effectively than this person, I would say. But, of course, it's hard. Like, this could be the parent and this could be the child. It's really, really hard to let go of your child. It's 100% understandable. And you need to honor those feelings, definitely. But also see if those belief systems are hindering you from moving on in your own life. Like, you can still see your child and see your child evolve and grow. But how about you look at your own life and go, you know what? Well, now I've got a spare room to myself. Now I can do this. Now I've got a bit of extra money at the end of the week because, I'm not buying extra food for my child. Now I can do this and this and this. The faster that this person does things like that, the faster that they're going to move on. This person, I feel like this person, energetically speaking, is maintaining the connection together, and that can be sort of tethering this person. So if this person does a cord cut, that will help. But this person's just really having trouble moving on. But the quicker that you can both do that, the faster you're going to move forward into your new life. So I would say, no, I don't want to take that. So it just gets a little bit more just to say what's in store for the connection. Way too many. Only take 3 or less. Okay, that one jumped out. Okay, so I would say, yeah, and then the ego reverse. The ego in this deck is the same as the devil. Just checking that this isn't shot. Perfect. Okay. So I would say the future of this connection is more than likely there is going to be a separation where you do go your separate ways. Certainly in the interim, you need to take time out separately and identify or figure out who you are independent of this connection, at least for a short time. I would say, you know what, I'm just going to tune in and start the channeling because I know where this is going, but I just want to tune in. Just 1 second. Okay. The connection as it was not healthy. What is healthy is to move on independently. And both of you will be able to thrive as a result of doing that. With the connection together, when you were together in this connection, it was holding you both back. That's why it had to end. Your life is going to power forward in an incredibly powerful way, an incredibly beneficial way. Perhaps not straight away, and perhaps you've been going through this healing transition period for a little while, maybe around a month or 2. I think and I was going to take a drink, I'm thirsty again. It's taking time to heal from this. And that's natural. And you've taken a little bit of time. But it had to end. Again, I'm going to say it wasn't healthy. And it feels right. This connection had limiting belief systems being entertained and strengthened. It's those limiting belief systems that you now have the opportunity to sever. It's the limiting belief systems within your own mind. The breaking of this connection is going to make that happen, is going to facilitate that, is going to be the catalyst for that healing. When you're together, you're both enabling each other. Now you're having to face your limiting belief systems because you're no longer enabling each other. You're having to look at it. But the benefit of doing so is exponential. Your life is just going to skyrocket in an amazing direction. And the world is your oyster. It feels like this person's more about creating a legacy, very, I'd say, business orientated and a go-getter and really want to get out there and really want to get. So in that area of life, that person is going to thrive. Cat person is going to thrive. This person, very maternal, very homebody, very family orientated, very love orientated, very people orientated. That person is going to thrive because they're going to be able to fully embrace that aspect of themselves. Perhaps, if it is a parent, that person can now maybe, start a workshop and organize people to get together where, or a support group maybe, or just coming together with other people where, you know, you have common interests, where those people actually agree with your philosophy and your way of life. An example would, you know, a mother who loves to knit, you know, joining a sewing group or a knitting group, and then being with other like-minded people, where you can share your experiences of being a mother, or, you know, share your passion of sewing. That's just an example. This person is just wants to be in the moment, just really, really connected to the simple things in life and the easy way of life. This person just wants to go, 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 go. So that's why there was a clash there. But now, and neither way is right or wrong. It's just how you want to express yourself in this life. So this person wants to slow down. This person wants to speed up. This person just wants to chill and be with the family and, you know, cook. This person wants to go, you know, gallivanting around the countryside and travel and do all those sorts of things. So you can see how you were holding each other back from fully expressing yourself. Now that, and it feels like this is coming up in the future, if not now, that's what's happening, is these cords will be cut so you can actually fully express who you are and who you're meant to be in this life and what you came here and chose to experience. You chose to experience this relationship. It had its benefits, 100%. But now you also chose to have a different experience, and this needs to end in order to have this experience. And again, I see this over and over and over in life, where we're all getting to do that at this time. A life within a life. Amazing opportunities await for both of you if you embrace this change. That is your main challenge, to let go and allow it to have happened. This person needs to move on. This person needs to embrace who they are and know that it's okay. It's perfectly okay to just want to stay at home and be in your garden and do all that sort of stuff. It's that person who just wants that, you know, one-on-one connection or the connection with people. It's perfectly fine, you know. Each side is perfectly fine. It's just very different, like fire and earth energy in a way. Well, you go, fire and earth energy. But it's 100% meant to be. Okay, I'll just tune and see if there's anything else. But what I see in the future is just, especially for this person actually, a lot of shiny golden opportunities, a lot of sparkle, a lot of brightness. And I feel that this person's going to feel that more so than this person, because this person already sees that for themselves, because they more likely are the ones that made the choice. So they're actually seeing the benefit of going out on their own and experiencing it. This person doesn't see it so much right now, but the moment you remove this and start embracing who you are, is going to feel so good in contrast. You're going to go, oh wow, I can't believe life was so good. That's why this is, once you embrace it, is just going to be so much more beneficial for whoever this person is, if it's you, because it's going to feel so good, because you're not seeing it right now about how good it can get, or this person's not seeing it right now about how good it can get. So when you actually start experiencing that, you're going to go, wow, that's amazing. This person's already got the heads up, because they're a visionary. They look ahead. So the future for this person is going to feel more beneficial once you embrace it than it is for this person, because this person's already seen it. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, and already this was an hour long. Oh my God. So trying to make these shorter. Okay, well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this read. If you do, please thumbs up, put a comment in the comments below. If you want me to do a specific read, let me know, and I can absolutely do this for you. But until next week when I do my next read, thank you so much for joining me, and see you then. Bye. Hey Pile 2, welcome to your read. Thank you for joining me. And if you chose Pile 2, you chose this tile, which is Capri. And it's a scarab beetle. And what the scarab beetle was, well, there is one, example of you know, they push dung uphill, basically. Bad way to open this read. But what they would do, they represent persistence and hard work and motivation, and like this unseen motivation to drive forward and keep moving forward. And they were all, the scarab beetle was also used to, it was placed on the heart of a person who had deceased, which was to give them favor, basically lighten their heart and make them seem favorable in the eyes of, you know, for the underworld as they pass through that transition. So this energy is, I would say, when you're looking at what type of connection it is, I would say it's a connection with yourself, or a connection with a spiritual quest moving forward. A connection that you're thinking about has something that has ended. I would say it's already ended, because this is an energy of emergence, motivation, or movement forward, or energy towards something new, something brand new. And you already embraced that. You already embraced that, and nothing can stop you. It feels this could be even a continuation from pile one, the energy of pile one, for both sides, person A and person B. But it just feels like something's over. You might still be tied to them. You might still be thinking about that person, but you're fully embracing the move forward. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. Walking away. Course. And deceit reversed. Okay. I really don't need to explain that, but I mean, that's obvious. So you've walked away from this person. Absolutely have walked away from this person. You've realized, especially with this person, the deceit. An example of this would be someone had been lying to you. You found out and you went, see you later. I'm gone. Now I'm moving towards my new life. That's a perfect example of it. It could, and again, it's not sort of speaking to the nature of the relationship itself. That could be in any scenario. You know, if it's a business relationship, you could have found that, you know, they might have been, you know, squandering money. Or if it's a friendship, you could have found out that the friend had been bad-mouthing you behind your back. If it was a romantic relationship, they could have been, you know, seeing someone behind your back. Or just been lying to you, just, you know, someone who was just lying to you and you just thought, no, I'm done. But whatever it is, it's in the past. It's happened, and you're embracing, you've already walked away. And you're going, you know what, I need to sort of explore what's on the other side of this gate, because what is on this side of the gate has now become apparent. This deceit reversed is, the deceit has now come to light. So I would say it's only fairly recently happened, but you've embraced it very quickly, whatever that is. So I will just get, and this is what I did for pile one too. And pile one went for like an hour. So I'm going to try not to make that happen again, because, you know, who has an hour to watch a tarot read? Oh, well, I kind of do, but most people don't. Okay, so let's just get some more clarifiers as to the nature of this relationship. But it could actually cover, you know, varying different types of relationships. If I keep it general, it can cover more people probably. Okay, just get some clarifiers for the nature of the relationship. There we go. Oh, and that flipped. Interesting. 3 of Cups. Okay, I would say this is friendship, because 3 of Cups, and it was very overwhelming. The pressure's off now. To have that friendship with that person was I would say more likely or not this is a friendship, because that's exactly what the 3 of Cups suggest. It's celebration, coming together, friends coming together. I would say it's most likely a friendship that you've walked away from. And I would say it feels more like you've walked away, or some deceit was come to light, and I'll come to the defense of the person. I want to be sort of like the devil's advocate in a way. Usually when people lie, it is to spare the other person, or spare themselves from pain because they feel that admitting the truth might cause more pain. So a lot of the times people lie just to avoid conflict or avoid pain or avoid accepting past behaviors and accepting the consequences of that. It's pain avoidance generally. So this person who has been deceitful has just tried to protect themselves and all involved. But the other person, and it sort of feels, I don't know whether there's going to be a person A or person B. I haven't drawn those cards yet, but someone's walked away because they've found out something that they didn't know before that has changed everything. Perhaps the walking away is overwhelming, but it just feels like a weight has been lifted as a result. Okay, that's enough. All right, so now I'm just going to do a further energy check, and let's go into person A and just get the energy of person A, which I'm going to put on this side. This could be you, or this could be the other person. So what I'm going to do, I might actually put these together because I don't want that looking like person A or person B, like that. And I'll put that down there for now. I'll probably move them around. Okay, so energy for person A. And this is the Archangel Animal Oracle deck. Energy for person A. Oh, there we go. Eagle. Seize opportunities courageously. So person A, definitely, and I'll use that for person B in a second. Someone who sees this from the highest perspective. Someone who usually stands back from a fair distance, evaluates what they want to do, and then once they figure out what they want to do, they go in and they take it and they seize that opportunity. Perhaps I'll get some more obviously, but perhaps this is the person that has potentially walked away, but I'll get more to see that. So I'm just going to get more on person A just to further define that personality. More on person A, please. Okay, let's put that up there. Okay, shine, opens up or open up, stand out and realize. Look at that. I'm liking person A already. But with the last read, you know, I resonated with both personalities, and with this special, even though there's deceit, it doesn't mean they're a bad person. You know, everyone stuffs up. You could be the person that, you know, is stuffed up. It happens. I've stuffed up before too. And, you know, the consequences bit me in the butt too. It's a human thing. Okay. But this person is shining. This person is a person who stands out in a crowd. Who, like, you know, looking at the eagle and their wings are spread. They're just bigger than Ben-Hur. They're bigger than life. They're larger than life. They have just got a heart of gold, this person. They shine. Wherever they go, they shine. So I'll just get these ones first. Because I was already getting going with that. Person B. And person B. Okay. Person B. There it is. Dog. I had a dog in the last read, but it was a wolf. Okay. Be disciplined in your home and community life. I see the dogs as loyal, incredibly loyal. But, you know, like any animal, if you mistreat it, you know, they can turn on you. And yes, I'm a cat person, but I didn't say that because of that. And I'm just going to shuffle this one more time. I didn't really need to shuffle this. Okay. Okay. And person B, let's more information on person B. Tender-hearted, reversed. Now that's interesting because this, I'm going to say, this came out the right way up for pile 1 with a wolf. So I think, and this happened last week too, pile 1 and 2, very highly linked. And this feels like a progression from pile 1, sort of like the future of pile 1. Yeah, if you connected to both readings, you'll get a lot of information from this. Okay, so I would say that the person who was deceitful or stuffed up would be person B, would be the dog person. Tender-hearted is reversed here. So it's someone, and it's interesting, before they came out, what I intuited was a dog that's been mistreated. So it feels like this person has had a rough upbringing. They don't know, they haven't been taught how to operate from the heart. They operate mainly from the mind and any limiting belief systems that keep them in fear. And while they can be very loyal people and very disciplined when they've set their mind on something, they can turn and snap when they feel that their heart is threatened. I would say this person is not an empath, or they are predominantly an empath and they perhaps experienced empathic traits when they were younger, but because of the things that they've gone through in their life when they were younger, they've found out that honoring their heart or doing things from their heart didn't serve them. It actually didn't pay off. And it has actually made them a bit harder. And as a result, they're coping mechanisms, and they're not, and whenever I say coping, it's just coping. It's a mechanism just to cope, just to get your head above water, perhaps is to be a little bit deceitful. Perhaps, and it might not be deceitful to hurt you, then it might not be their intention to hurt you with their deceit. It's just, that's how they know how to operate. It's just easier, because to address the pain of their heart by, admitting to something or making the right choice, or making the hard choice rather than the easy choice, to face that is too hard. They don't know how. They don't know. They are incredibly uncomfortable with negative emotions. So they avoid that like the plague. And it's quite sad, actually. It's just, I feel like giving this person a big ass hug and just telling them that they're loved. And perhaps this is you. Perhaps this is, you've had your heart broken so many times, especially, and I would say this is childhood wounds, where you've just closed your heart, and instead of protecting your heart, you've put a barrier around your heart, and you don't let many people in. And if you do let someone in and they hurt you, or you think that they've hurt you in some way, shape or form, you're going to lash out, and it's going to hurt them, and it's going to hurt you. And I'm just saying you might not be relating to this person, but I sort of, you might be relating more to this person. And most people who watch a tarot read will probably more likely be this person. But I think it's really beneficial to get into the mindset of the other person, because they're just moving through life the best way they know how. They're moving through life based on what they were taught. And we haven't been taught as a society very effective ways of moving through difficult situations and honoring the heart and honoring the painful emotions as well as the positive ones. We've been taught to ignore the painful ones, and the painful ones are bad, but they're not. They're just messengers. They're telling us something, but this person is ignoring those messages. And perhaps that's why and it might have been this person that walked away because they felt threatened. Perhaps you held a mirror up to them and they saw their own, like if you catch someone out in a lie, then they actually see themselves as a liar. And that's basically what holding up a mirror to someone means. They can't deny it in their own mind. It's easy in your mind to justify a lie. But when you see it as a lie and you just see it how stupid that lie was, then you're forced to admit, shit, I lied, or I am a liar. And don't label someone as a liar, because it's not the only aspect of them. There are so many other aspects to everyone. Everyone lies, by the way. But this person, they have been forced to admit something about themselves that make themselves feel bad. And because they don't know how to deal with negative emotions, they don't know how to deal with this situation. And they probably lied even more to try and get out of it. They're just scared. They're just really, really scared, and they're acting out. So this person over here, and especially with the scarab beetle being here and Khepri being here, they're rising above this situation. This person is actually shining as a result of walking away. And it's not nice to know that you're thriving outside of a relationship, but this person is. This person is doing incredibly well. And perhaps this person was like a weight. So the moment that the weight was taken away, up you rise, and rapidly so. You're someone who is now seeing life from a completely different perspective. You're looking up and going, oh, wow. Oh, no, you're looking down actually from your perspective, from your very high vantage point. You're actually able to see this behavior from a higher perspective, a more broader perspective, from the perspective I just gave. They're just someone who hasn't been given the right coping mechanisms in life, or right processes or mindset to take with regards to limiting belief systems or negative emotions. They just don't know how. And and from this perspective, you can love this person. This person is not able to see. They're seeing things from the bottom up. You're seeing things from the top down. They're still reeling in it. They're still perhaps even trying to avoid their emotions still. Maybe they're still trying to justify their actions. I don't know. But they're not seeing this situation anywhere near the same way you are. You're seeing it from a very, very high perspective. Or this person here is seeing it from a very high perspective. So if this is you, every single one of us has gone through a situation like that. Every single one of us. No one is a golden angel that is pure and perfect and complete. We all have issues. We all have stuff that we're working on. We've all had a situation where someone's held up a mirror to us and shown us where we were lacking and where we need to improve on. That's the growth opportunity. This person has a growth opportunity. And if this is you, this is your opportunity to actually move forward and grow from this and learn from this and become a better person. Amazing opportunity for whoever this dog person is. It's an amazing opportunity because you don't see your behavior until a mirror is shown up and someone else actually points it out. Otherwise, you can go through your whole life never knowing and just operating from that same limiting belief system or that same patterning, which you're not even aware of when you're in it. Now this person is aware of it and has got the best opportunity to actually have the biggest growth potential, more so than this person. Because once you unblock that, your whole personality can change. Everything can change for the better. So this person has an amazing opportunity now. But this person here, absolutely positive, shining brightly, has done the shadow work, can see this whole situation as a learning opportunity and can move on and do so quite effectively. An amazing energy. So this is an amazing opportunity this person's having, because if this person embraces this opportunity and this change, this person is in 5-10 years time is going to be unrecognizable. Their life is going to be completely different. So if this is you and you're the one who is stuffed up, then what an opportunity this is. in 5-10 years, your life is going to look amazing if you embrace this and see that shadow aspect of yourself. This person has shadow aspects as well of that, of themselves, and there could be other readings for this person where the shadow sides are being reflected. But in this situation, and more likely it is a friendship, this person, it's that aspect is being shown more so in this situation. I'm sure there's beautiful aspects to this person that if I did a read on those aspects, they would just come out shiny. They were like, maybe they're really good with business or really good with fitness. Maybe they're really loyal. They are loyal. Those aspects are very strong. They're very loyal. They're not the sort of person, like, I don't think this lie is, for example, if it was a romantic relationship, I don't think they went behind your back or anything like that. It's more just lies or just not being honest or truthful or authentic, purely because they're just trying to hide things that they don't want you to see, because or they don't want this person to see, because this person looks up to that person. How can you not? And this person didn't want to see the darker side of themselves because they're ashamed of it. And there's aspects of this person that they're ashamed of as well, but they own it more than this person. This person, it's not bad to feel that you're unworthy, because we've all been programmed with that. We all believe that on some level. It actually takes deliberate reversing of that programming in order to disengage it. We were brought up to believe that we're not good enough. Just compare yourself to some airbrush model on a magazine. That's just a perfect example of that. No one looks like that. But we're brought up to believe and that other people do look like that, and I don't have that. I've got, bumps on my butt. Therefore I'm not good enough. What a load of crap. What a load of crap. But we're all brought up to believe that. And some people, like this person here, actually believes it because they've told themselves over and over. And unfortunately, growing up, it was told to them more so than this person, or it's sunk in more so than this person. So this person really does, could really benefit from the shadow work with regards to especially this scenario. And again, I gave an example of how to do shadow work in pile number 1. But basically, you look at, the surface level belief system of I'm a liar. And then, for example, and go, well, what would I need to believe for that to be true? Well, I lie all the time. What would I need to believe for that to be true? Well, I need to lie to protect myself. What would I need to believe for that to be true? Well, I need to protect myself because I feel vulnerable. What would I need to believe for that to be true? I'm not safe. And that's just an example of how you could do shadow work. You just keep going down till you get to that core belief. And then change it and go, well, no, I am safe. I'm perfectly safe here. There's no threats. I'm in control of my life. I'm safe physically. I'm safe financially. I'm safe. And then you highlight all the areas in your life where you feel safe. I can provide protection for myself. I'm protected in this way. And then you shift that limiting belief system in here. Once you shift that, that's going to filter through in everything that you do. And that's going to change this. 100% going to change it. Okay, that's if you resonate with this person. And I just feel like I'm focusing so much on this person for a reason. This person needs it. And, if you're the one who's stuffed up, we've all done it. There's, again, an opportunity to grow and just make huge leaps forward, more so than this person. This person's already done the work. And this person would actually be 100% perfectly fine with me devoting all the time to this person because they're good. They're good. Like they're soaring high and they can see it from a higher perspective. And if you resonate with this person, you can go, oh yeah, please tell me more about this person. I actually want to understand. So, all right. So let's have a look now at if I can pick the deck up, the main challenges or opportunities for your connection. And what I did last time was I actually did challenges and opportunities for this person and challenges and opportunities for this person. So I'm going to do that again because that worked out quite well. So the challenges or opportunities for person A. So let's just shuffle them over here. So I'm getting that energy. All right. Challenges and opportunities for person A. Oh, beautiful. And that is the most perfect card to get for success is assured. I'll just get one for this one and then I'll read it. Challenges or opportunities for this person. Wow, both pentacles. As a result of, okay, yeah, I'm going to keep this. Okay, so this isn't easy energy to move through for either of you. The Three of Swords, as you can see, she's got a tear in her eye, and it's basically painful separation, but this is healing from it. You're both healing from this situation, but you're both moving on. Like I see like nothing but opportunity for both of you, because it is something where it has happened in the past. You've walked away and you've both embraced the new life. For this person, I would say money's coming your way, or some sort of it could be potentially even apology from this person is coming your way. Some sort of public acknowledgement of what you've done. It could be completely separate to this connection, and there's something that you've been working at where you're going to get some sort of validation for the work that you've put in. So because this person here is someone who is very giving, very nurturing, very spiritual, very high vibe person, I would say that perhaps, if you've been putting work into a project which expresses that, so you've been doing, I don't know, charity work or something like that. You've been doing something where you've been just shining, you've been just doing you, and that's just naturally shining, that's just naturally helping people, that's just naturally raising the vibration of the people around them. There's going to be some sort of public acknowledgement for that. So you're going to get a reward for it, you're going to get compensated for some way. Maybe you might get a job offer where you can actually really let those talents shine. So, or, you could be, let's just use a YouTube channel, for example. Maybe you're going to get work from that. You're going to get some money from that. You've been funneling energy into some area where you're shining naturally. There's going to be some sort of public acclaim, or because there's the Six of Coins or Six of Pentacles is it's sort of like the fame card, where it says victory, success, public acknowledgement, public acclaim, where you're honored or rewarded or validated for the effort that you've been putting in to a certain subject. So I would say there's an opportunity, and if it's related to the connection, this person is going to validate that, is going to validate you as a person. They're actually going to recognize maybe this person is doing the shadow work, or is doing that, or has actually seen that and gone, shit, I fucked up, I'm so sorry. Maybe you're going to get an apology from this person, but nothing but good is happening for this person moving forward. And only good stuff can happen to you while you're in that vibration anyway. You're going to attract that. This person here, again, the opportunity, the King of Pentacles is someone who is who looks for the long term, very, very stable, someone who very, very business orientated, very good father and provider, and there's a lot of masculine type energy as well. So it could be a male, that could be a female. That's very feminine type energy. This is very masculine type energy. So it's someone, perhaps you might gain financially in some way. It's good investment sense. I'm going to clarify with this deck. Now that's interesting. I want to clarify with this deck. because this is supposed to be for the next question. But I'm just going to quickly, it just feels like it wants one more, because there's an opportunity. Maybe there's a business opportunity, or someone's going to come into your life. As soon as I start shuffling, the answers come. Okay. I would say, like, both of you are moved on. This isn't like both of you walked away. Both of you have moved on. I don't know if there's, I feel like there might still be a connection. You could have even moved on within the connection as well. Stayed friends, but you're not best friends anymore, or you're not in a relationship, but you're still friends, or the relationship has gone to a different level. Maybe this deceit has been found out, and he's found that, or she. I'm saying it's he because it's a king, and it's very masculine type energy. And he's seeing the value in seeing this. He's seeing the value. Whoever this is seeing the value in this situation. I will get another one. And it's also an opportunity, release. Okay. All right. Yeah, so whoever this person is absolutely seeing and embracing this change and embracing this ending and seeing it as an opportunity to transform. So my guess is, like, I don't think they would do the shadow work quite like this person does. They would do it in their own way, but they're seeing it as incredibly valuable and an opportunity to most likely do some form of shadow work in their own way. Wouldn't be in the depths that this person would do it, I would say. And it would probably take this person a long time. Maybe they're actually going, you know what, no matter how long this takes, I'm going to become a better person as a result of this. And I'm always going to look back on this situation in a state of appreciation. And perhaps, see, that's where the connection is. Perhaps they're actually going to say, you know what, I fucked up. And say, if you identify as this person, you resonate with this side. This person is going to come to you and say, look, I fucked up. I am so sorry. You know, I realize this could be, you know, a friendship or relationship from the past, like a long time ago. And now finally they're reaching out and they're having, you know, they're reviewing their life or whatever. And they're just going, you know, I'm sorry. Like I realized how I was at fault back then. And I just want to reach out and I just want to say sorry. And it was a very valuable opportunity because you made me see where I needed to tweak, what areas of my life weren't working for me. And now I'm actually going about and doing that and fixing that up. And if it wasn't for you saying that or you doing or you walking away, I would have never had that opportunity to do that. So thank you. They're seeing this as a turning point in their life. And it's interesting. I'm just spending so much time. There's so many cards. It's so busy around this side. And this side is just so simple, so elegant, so easy, just going with the flow. They're just really love and life. The pressure of this relationship's been lifted and they can just soar now and they can just fly through life and nothing much affects this person anymore. Nothing much at all. They can rise above anything and that's potentially the opportunity that this situation has reminded them of, that they're capable of doing that. And that's exactly what they're doing. So, you know, this person doesn't even need help or like encouragement, and like they'd appreciate it for sure. They'd appreciate that, but they don't need it. But yeah, this person has gained the most out of this situation because, you know, what an amazing opportunity. Because prior to that, like if you're in a limiting patterning belief system, you're not aware of it. It's a habit. It's just like when you're learning to drive a manual car. You're aware of everything, you know, you're changing the gears, you're putting your foot on the clutch, you're doing all that sort of stuff, you're looking around, you're indicating, there's so much involved. But after 20 years of driving, you don't even notice that you're changing gears. It just sort of happens, you know, like riding a bike, your body just does it. And that's the same with this limiting patterning behavior of deceit, of, for example, lying or not being wholly truthful or, you know, telling only half truths or whatever. It becomes a pattern. It becomes a habit of behavior. It just becomes ingrained into who you are to the point where you don't even realize you're doing it. it just sort of comes out of your mouth, and the justification kicks in, and you think, okay, I'm justified in doing this. I'm still good because I'm doing this to protect this person, or whatever justification. And they've just gotten so good at that, it just gets buried and buried and buried, and they're not even aware. But this has made them aware, and they can see the value in that, just how valuable that is. And they see you as being so valuable in their life because you gave them the opportunity to see that when no one else did. No one else actually said anything. No one else brought it to their attention. But this person did. And it's just, or, this could be you, and now you've got this opportunity and you go, oh, wow, this has just been the best relationship I could have ever had, because without it, I wouldn't be able to grow. Okay. So let's just have a look, like what's in store for your connection, or what's in store for you, just future potential energies. And this is for you, what's in store for you. So this isn't, I'm not going to do one for either side. So whatever one you resonate with, and it's both perfectly fine. Oh, okay. All right, and just one more shuffle. Future potential energies. And then channeled messages. I feel like doing one more. All right. Future potential. Whoops. Energies for you, slippery little suckers. Queen. Wow. There's a lot of money in this, or you're going to take charge in your life. And this can be either person, can both do this. This could absolutely be the future energies of both of you. But for you especially, you're going to take 100% control over your life. You're going to own this shit. You're going to say, no, this is how I live my life. This is how I balance out my life. This is the type of people I let in, and this is the type of people I say on your way. I'm just going to draw one more card and then go straight into channeling, because I can feel it coming through. Just one more for the future energies for you. Oh yeah, 100%. Okay. And let's put that under there. I'll move that over there. Okay, I just want to see if they're all in shot. Okay, that one's not quite in shot. Whatever. It's Eight of Swords reversed. Okay. All right. That's not. This thing shifts all the time. That will do. That will do. I'm going to have to figure that out. Anyway. Okay. So future energies. Okay. I'm just going to, this is, yeah. This actually could be future for them and future for them. Okay. So I'm just going to tune in and channel messages. Okay. Yeah, you are both going to rise as a result of this. You're both going to look to the future and become inspired by the situation. And as a result, this is a very important and significant relationship. Whether it be romantic, friendship, business, or whatever, it's probably more friendship, romantic related, I would say. Where there was a deep connection to start with, and a deep love and a deep bond to start with. That's why it hurts. But both of you are going to take charge of your life and become inspired from this situation. Perhaps this person doesn't quite know yet how that's going to look. They're seeing this as, well, what it is, it's a rite of passage that they're moving through, but they are actually rising to the challenge. It is a challenge for this person though, and they're not quite sure how they're going to move through it, but they are definitely 100% inspired, especially with Khepri. That energy is very much like the King of Wands. If anything, that is the embodiment of Khepri, where you are 100% motivated for, in the case of this person, to make a change, inspired to become a better person, and to be a person who is more like this person, where they can actually inspire other people. They want to become the person that can actually provide this benefit and this value to someone else. They'd love to be that person who knows how to, for example, do the shadow work, or own their emotions, or be truthful, or be trustworthy, or whatever it is that they're learning for someone else. And then, possibly even be an inspiration for someone else in that way. This situation has moved this person more than this person realizes. Even with the apology or the thank you or the appreciation from this person will really never know just how much this situation has impacted them in a positive way. They don't know how it's going to look yet. They just know they're just motivated to move forward in the direction that the universe is actually guiding them towards. It's an unseen force where they don't know why they're motivated. I would say it's the universe working with them and stepping in more than the universe normally would. For example, your guides are working more strongly with you. Your higher self is bringing more messages through your dreams or through your subconscious mind, or perhaps now you're actually more open, or this person is more open to listening to those nudges and taking on the advice and moving forward in that way. And now they're actually daring to look at their heart, and not just the good parts, but the pain as well. But when you connect in with your heart, that's when you connect in with your higher self, and that's when you connect in with your discernment and know the right moves. You know what's right, you know what's wrong, and you honor your heart and you honor yourself. Only good things can come from that, and this person knows that. That's what they know, and that's what's moving them forward. They don't know how they're going to do it. They're taking it one step at a time, but they know where they want to get to. You're their guiding light, or this person is their guiding light. And they have a benchmark now of how to operate within the world, and how to operate within a relationship of any nature, but a relationship more so with themselves, and trusting themselves again, and learning to love themselves again and honor their heart. And again, they don't know how they're going to do it, and it's hard for them. It's very, very difficult for them, but they're doing it, and they are 100% committed. 100% committed. You've got two kings here. Nothing is going to stop them from doing that, and it is just the best thing it's just an amazing opportunity. So the future for this person is, I'd say, a lot of shadow work, or some of looking into themselves, but with an energy of, I can see the benefit in this, and I can see the value in this, and I can't wait to experience and reap the rewards of being this person, because I know it's going to help me. Because being the other person, the deceitful person, they realize how it didn't serve them. But potentially this person has lost this person because of it. And they're seeing how disruptive this behavior can be. And now they're going, you know what? Nah. It's no longer an option before. I don't want that happening to me again, ever again. I don't want to lose something like that ever again. So I'm going to change the way I'm going to be because of that. So that's what the future energies are for this person. I wasn't actually going to do that anyway. That's just, every read turns out differently how I think. But for this person, the world's your oyster. The world's their oyster. They're going to absolutely own it, and they are going to further define their boundaries, further define what they want out of life, and how they're going to operate. They're going to be the one, the deciding factor in everything. I would say that this person is quite possibly an empath, or a highly sensitive person, and they're used to allowing other people to take the lead and take the direction in life. But now they're going, you know what? I can do that. I can take the lead in my life. I can actually say, this is what I want in my life. This is how it's going to be, whether I'm in a friendship or a relationship or a connection with someone or not. I call the shots on my life, and I'm going to take more of an active role in that, and I'm going to own it. I'm going to own this shit. I'm going to boss it up. Perhaps this person is actually going to start a spiritual career as a result of this. And because you've both learned something from this relationship or from this connection, and that can be channeled and funneled. Like this person is funneling it into connecting in with the heart and becoming a better person and owning their own emotions. This person here is funneling it towards growing spiritually and evolving spiritually, and possibly moving that into a career as well, where they can actually get financially compensated for what they know and what they've learned as a result of moving through this. But the future energies of this person is limitless, but it's more about bossing it up, like as in taking control in a positive way of your own life and your own direction in life, and taking that control from a very high perspective, from a very evolved perspective, from a higher self perspective, and operating from there. Any decision that you make is going to be full of integrity, and it's going to be also balanced with other areas of life. So if you were to get into, say this is a romantic connection, and if you were to get into another romantic connection, you're going to be balancing out like you time with them time. You're going to make sure that you create space for them, of course, but you're going to be very clear with them. This is important to me, and I'm going to create space for that in my life. And if you don't like that, then we're not a match. See you later. It's very masculine energy, where up until now you've been very feminine. So, but what this relationship has taught you to do is actually put yourself first and honor yourself first. And you're both actually learning that. But this is more about you going, you know what, it's important to me, and I'm allowed to make those boundaries and those definitions in the relationship or friendship or anything. And I'm not going to let anyone step over those boundaries. I'm going to honor them, and I'm going to boss it up, and I'm going to do me. It's an amazing energy. Own it. Absolutely own it. You might want to start your own business, and if you are in a separation with someone and you've got the time to actually do that, spend the time. Or you might even still be in a relationship with this person, and they're on their own path, figuring that out, and this person's on their path, shining and flying and soaring high, and taking this opportunity as it's a catalyst for them, but for this person it was just a launching pad to make you realize your own power and your own ability to take charge. And that's perfectly okay. In fact, it's imperative. And take charge in the direction of your soul mission. Okay, I'll just check and see if there's anything else. Again, highly linked to pile number 1, where the life paths are so different and the people are just so different. But the whole opposites attract thing, it's happened because the opposites is sort of a yin yang, where you've both got a lot to learn from each other. This person here has learned to be more decisive and take charge of their life and not let someone else take charge. This person has actually learned to actually honor their heart and going to do the shadow work and actually get going in that direction where they can turn into a person that they want to become. Okay, I think I'm done. All right, I'm done. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me. Hopefully this is helpful for you. And hopefully, if you think that you're this person, then you have a bit more understanding as to what this person's going through. Because, I absolutely love and adore this person. They're just going through a hard time at the moment. But yeah, if you liked it, share, like, subscribe. If you haven't already, put a comment in the comments section below. If there's anything that you want me to do a read on, again, send me an email, put a comment in the comment below, and I'll absolutely do that for you. But until next week, I'll say bye. Thank you. Hey, Pile 3. Welcome to your read. And if this presentation looks a little bit funny, it's because I completely broke the contraption I had just before I had to make up a makeshift thing. So if the phone falls off or anything, I'll have to cut. Please, excuse that. Sorry about that. But if you chose this pile, you chose, and I always get this wrong, 𝓦𝓔𝓛𝓒𝓞𝓜𝓔. I don't know, it's a snake, basically. This is a tile all about practicing the pause. It's a transition stage in between where you've come from and where you're going. But the thing is, where you're going, you're taking with you what you've learnt from where you've come. So with this one, you're demanding where you're going. So this could be a connection, a new connection, I would say. Either you're in between friendships, jobs, relationships, whatever this is. We'll dive into it a little bit more to get more information as to where or what aspect of your life this is. But if I would say, let's just say it's a new relationship, or even friendship, you're going into it saying, this is what I want, knowing what you want, taking the time out. So an example of this could be you're dating with someone, or you've found someone you like, and then you go, you know what, I'm going to take some time to make sure that they check all my boxes. I'm not going to jump into this. No, I'm not going to do what I did before that didn't work. I'm going to make sure that they're going to treat me with respect, with honesty, with loyalty, integrity. All these things that I now know I want as a result of having the past relationships which taught me what I didn't want. You're going in there owning it. You're going in there going, you know what? I'm going to make the right decision. I'm not going to jump into the wrong decision. And if it feels wrong to me, I'm going to say it. I'm going to come in saying, these are my boundaries and this is what I deserve. In a respectful way too. The respect is both ways. But it's about practicing the pause. It's about taking time out, taking stock to go, you know what? Is this what I really want? Is this the job I really want? I can say no to it. Is this the friendship I want to have? Is this the people I want to invite into my life? What have I learnt from my past? How can I apply that to my future, to this connection that's coming up? So it feels like it's a new connection where you're considering, but you're making sure that it's right. Okay, so the oracle card that you've got, woman holding a heart. So this is most likely a love connection, or I just got crap all over this from making my new contraption. Okay, I would say most likely a love connection, or a connection that is dear to your heart. So it could be a business connection where the business itself, oh my God, this is so dirty, I should clean this first. The connection itself is dear to your heart, or what you're building together. Let's put that close, you can see. What you're building, and 44 if you're into numerology, what you're building together is dear to your heart. The woman holding a heart suggests this person, I was going to say you're either a woman or the person you're with is going to be a woman. But I would say this is about the nature of the relationship itself. So I would say what you're doing is you're checking into your heart. It's a very feminine thing to do, rather than take action, which is a very masculine thing to do. You've been bitten before. You see these chunks taken out of the heart. You've been bitten before. You've been burnt by love before. You've been burnt by relationships before. You've been burnt by connections before, by friendships. I don't think this would be about like a business relationship. It doesn't really have that tie, or about a job. It's more meaningful than that. It's more like a job, or job isn't meaningful. Career can be meaningful. It's more deeper. It's deeper than that. It's a deeper connection than that. So I would say be a family member, a friend, or a potential relationship. It's someone that you're entertaining, either connecting with or reconnecting with, where after things have not worked out so well. So it might be rekindling a relationship that didn't work before, or it might be going back to a family member who you've actually not seen for a while, or you chose to make a break from, or a friend for that matter. Or it's about a brand new person who you're entertaining now the thought of being with. But either way, whatever the scenario is, and you'll know which one it is, and I'll get person A and person B to give you more information as to whether this is your read or not. What you're doing is you're taking time out just to make sure it ticks all your boxes. As a result of going through these past situations, you've now clearly defined to yourself and then to any potential person what it is you will and won't put up with. These are my boundaries, and you're making them clear what they are. And if they don't respect them or can't respect them, then they're out, they're gone. That is what you're assessing at the moment as to whether they can honor your boundaries. And of course, you're also practicing honoring them yourself. So it's very much about getting in touch with your own heart, protecting your own heart, putting boundaries, not walls, up around your heart, and making sure that this new person that you're either letting back in or letting in for the first time is going to honor those boundaries and respect those boundaries and be a match to you now. Okay, so what I'm going to dive straight into doing is, and I'm just tempted to just see that this is still in shot and everything's working fine with this new layout. Okay, good. Can't believe I broke it. All right, anyway. All right, so let's have a look at person A. This could be you, or this could be the person that you're thinking about. So I'll just let it resonate how it wants to resonate. Person A. Who is person A? Let's give a bit of information as to who person A is. Oh, that one wanted to come out. And giraffe. Okay. Aspire to higher knowledge and wisdom. Okay. And I'll just put that aside there for now, because that's going to be person B. And to also help clarify who person A is, let's have a look. I'll just do Okie dokie. Person A. Oh my God, way too many. Way too many. All right. I only take 3 or less, and these cards are loaded, so 1 please. Person A. Person A, please. There we go. Make a wish. Ask, believe, and receive. Okay. I would say, just before I go into it, this person is asking a higher presence or higher wisdom for, basically, an example of this person is wishing for the other person. This person is actually saying, I want this. They're making a list, and but they're doing it from a very high perspective. Okay, so I'll just leave that there until I get these ones. But whoever this person is asking for this connection, is actually requested it. And this is person B. Whoa. You saw me shuffle that. I shuffled the crap out of that. Dog came out in pile 2 in this position. It was more upright, but in this position. Whoa. So you might be connected. Pile 1, 2, and 3, I must say, so far, have been highly connected and have been telling a story and is in progression. Like, this is a very good place to be in after going through what you've gone through. So that's just really... And Wolf came out in pile number 1. You're kidding me. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to just put that there, actually. Wow. So, yeah, I would say if you're connected to either pile 1 or 2, definitely have a look at them. This is all connected. Considering, that was pile 1, on this side, and that was pile 2 card on this side. Wow. It spins me out. It's not the first time that has happened. Okay, so person B, sing. Okay, neither of these ones come out in the other ones. Vocalize, communicate, chant. And I really should be wearing my glasses because I can't see anything. All right. Okay. And I will find my glasses. Where are my glasses? It's funny, I can't find my glasses. Okay, I will just pause. You'll see a cut, but I'll pause while I find my glasses. Okay, I couldn't find my other glasses. So, oh, here we go. All right. So I've got different glasses. So what I want to actually do is put that in the middle like that. Because it feels like, because it's got here, be independent but work together. What this feels like is you've both gone through past relationships. This is a very mature relationship. Very mature relationship. You've both gone through situations and relationships in the past that have clearly defined what it is that you want in a relationship. Neither of you are going to come into this codependent at all. Both of you are going to come in there going, this is my life, and I need you to honor the fact that I have my life, and that I still want to spend time on and create space for, while at the same time inviting you in. I can't make my life all about you, and I don't want you making your life all about me. And you're both going to go, oh my God, I feel the same way. Very mature relationship. This person over here has been asking for it, has done deliberate creation work, has worked with the law of attraction, would absolutely know what I'm talking about when I say that. Looking at it from a very, very high perspective. They're going, what would my higher self want in a relationship? Not what my lower self would want. Because in the past, limiting belief systems have needed to play themselves out in order to be seen. And in order for that to happen, you've needed your mirror as in a relationship. You've needed someone to trigger you so you would actually see your limiting belief systems, because without being triggered, you can't see them. You don't know they're there, they're hidden. So what you've needed are people to trigger you in the past, but you now no longer need that. Now you're looking at it from a higher perspective. And I would say that this person most likely is not someone that you're used to being with, whether it be in a friendship or a relationship. It's someone who's not generally your type. But how you know you've grown is whether you see your exes as no longer your type, because you've outgrown them. Now you're wanting something different. You're asking for something different. An example of that is, when you're young, you just sort of want the bad boy or the bad girl because it's fun and it's exciting, but it never ends well. Now you're going, you know what? I'm wanting something a little bit more low key. I'm wanting someone, I'm wanting to settle down. For an example, I'm wanting someone who, embodies the qualities that I now know I'm looking for in a relationship. That is 100%, like you look at them and you go, oh, I just know I can trust this person. I know this person will be loyal. I know this person doesn't lie and is genuine and trustworthy. And I know this person can see that in me too. And I know this person won't abuse that. I just know it. And I'm not going to settle for anything less because it's not worth it. I'm more than happy to move through my life without a relationship or without an additional friend or without this family member who you might be rekindling the relationship with. And if you are rekindling any sort of relationship connection, you're basically taking time out to assess whether that person now actually matches your new boundaries and your new requirements or your new checklist. You might have a list and you're actually assessing that. It could be, you've been in a friendship or a relationship that has sort of been put on the back burner or in a way, or you've taken it to another level, or there was some troubles and you got back together, or you reconnected with a family member, or you know, you've reconnected with a friend. And during this time, you're actually assessing them. Have they changed? Do they match where I'm at now? So this is the time. Or if it's someone new, you're actually assessing them from afar, or you're just dating and you're just keeping the boundaries. You're keeping it separate. You said, look, I'm not ready to progress further at all. I'm just waiting to hang back and just see how it feels. And if the person is right, then they'll understand that and they'll probably be wanting that too. So this person here is taking a very, very spiritual perspective of attracting a new friend, relationship, or rekindling that relationship. And they're actually putting a request out into the universe. This is what I want. And this is what I want from this person. These are the qualities that I want to withdraw from this person. If this person can't do it, then please move them out of my life. It's a very clear wish, and it's a very high vibe wish that is in direct alignment with their higher self. Perfect. This person, and you're both wanting to, you know, be independent and work together at the same time. Like, you're both wanting to have this relationship together while both wanting to have those clear boundaries in place. This person, and I might just put it out there, this person could literally be able to sing. You know, I'll just put it out there, why not? Because this card says sing. But I would say this person, and it's about vocalizing and communicating, and dogs are very good at that. And these are actually little dogs. They're not the wolf, they're the little dogs. They're sort of yappy dogs. Maybe this person loves to talk or loves to communicate. Someone who is very loyal and communicative, if that's how you say that word. I never say that right. They could actually be a musician. I'll put that one out there as well. They could be musical. Someone who loves the simple things in life, loves the home life, loves just, you know, chilling out in the garden. And someone who's fun, just loves to have fun. It's sort of more, this person aspires to more the simple things in life, the more earthly pleasures as well. Looking after the body, looking after, you know, the good health, or just loves eating. Whereas this person is more in the spiritual realms, and this person is more likely to be the person that meditates every morning. This person is more likely the person to, you know, spending morning ritual, you know, having cereal, or, you know, just grounding themselves, or just working in their garden, or just doing something simple but something earthly. So this is sort of more of a down-to-earth person, and this is more of a spiritual, high heads in the clouds person. So both of you would actually quite balance each other out quite well. So this person could work with their hands. They could have like a hands-on hobby that they enjoy. This person would probably prefer to, you know, communicate with, like, read tarot, or communicate with their guides, or meditate, or, you know, work on spiritual practices, or that sort of thing. So more grounded, more connected, I would say. Like, but you can both connect in, like, I know for me, because I probably more resonate with this person because I read tarot, but I find that when I feel incredibly connected when I work with my garden, which is very earthly. So you can both connect in, you're just going at it from different ways. So I think that is enough to let you know whether this is your read for first off, and whether you resonate with this side, person A, person B, which I'll call the dog, or person A, which I'll call a giraffe. And it's interesting, very similar coloring, very sort of sacral chakra creation type energy. You're both creating in the newly creating this thing, but you're both asking your heart, does this resonate with me? Because in the past, I've seen how bad this is going, and it's not worth making the wrong choice. This would be a mature relationship, as in for someone who is older, who's actually had quite a few relationships in the past, for both of you. So with that said, let's now go to, if I can get these cards out. All right. Any challenges or opportunities? And I'll be selecting cards for both sides. So let's go the challenges and opportunities for the person A, which is a giraffe person. And perhaps it might be difficult for this person sometimes to relate, like the giraffe person, to relate to the dog person, because the dog is so much closer to the ground, so much more grounded than the giraffe. The giraffe is really, really high and actually aims to go higher because they eat from really high branches. So for them to eat from the ground, it's actually quite uncomfortable for them. So for them to have a perspective of the dog is actually quite challenging. And same with the dog with the giraffe as well. You know, the dog looks way up there to see the perspective of the giraffe. So you're coming at it from completely different perspectives. You're coming at this relationship or potential relationship or renewal of relationship from completely different perspectives. But you think it can work. It can balance each other out. You do think that it can work. But the only way it can work is if you honor each other's differences and still be true to yourself, both of you. That's the way it's going to work. So challenges or opportunities for the giraffe person. Opportunities. There's definitely an opportunity. I'm going to leave it at that one. There's definitely an opportunity for a new relationship with this person. 100%. And I would dare to say that you're either already in a relationship and you're rekindling it, because this Two of Cups is in what I'll call the completion phase. So it's been in the Two of Cups energy for quite a long time. So I would say that you're either been dating this person for quite a while, you've been in this phase where you've been contemplating it for a while, or you've known this person for a very long time and you're taking it to the next level and you've been contemplating that for a while. But I would say that there's an opportunity for a relationship with this, and a very, very promising one. So let's see challenges or opportunities for the dog person. Okay. Put that back. High Priestess. Okay, so this would be a challenge. This dog person potentially is used to keeping things hidden, and this person sees through that. And they know it. So the challenge would be to open up and actually talk and verbalize and communicate what they want. They're actually, I think once they get talking, they'll get talking and they won't be able to stop. But the challenge for them is to actually open up to this person and trust this person. It's going to take a while. And that's what they're taking some time out to think. That's what this person, the dog person, is taking some time out to do, is to go, do I divulge more about myself? Am I ready to reveal more aspects of myself that I've sort of kept hidden? Am I ready to do that? Can I trust this person? Am I ready to commit in that way? I would say that, again, this person is not necessarily connected, not deliberately anyway, in with their guides. So they're having to really think this through rather than intuit this through. Maybe they're doing a lot of self-talk. They're sort of talking to themselves and talking themselves through this situation. They do. I'll get one more. Just to no, I'm going to get it from this deck. Just to clarify the High Priestess. And let's just shuffle that in shot. Reversed. All right, just clarify the High Priestess reverse, please. There we go. Page of Cups. All right, it's revealing something they're not used to. They're not used to feeling the way they feel. It's going to take a drink. And if you've just come from pile 2 or even pile 1, because this reading is referring to both of those, it's where you have actually had the opportunity in the past to do the shadow work, or to actually have a look at your shadow, or have a look at areas of your personality that weren't serving you. And you've come to some sort of realizations. You've contemplated your navel, is the way to say it. You've actually really had a look at yourself for a little while, and you've come to some sort of realizations. I don't think you've communicated it with that person yet, and you're not quite ready to yet either. So but in saying that, there is feelings there. 100%. You want to be loyal to that person. You with the sing card being there, it's more about you want to tell this person about how you feel. You really do. You just don't know how, or you don't know if you can trust them just yet, or you don't feel that you're ready to yet. There's still some more things that you want to evaluate to make sure that they tick all your boxes as well. So you're both doing it. You're both doing that at the moment, which is completely fine. And it's actually quite the smart thing to do, because you want to make sure it's right before you take it either to the next level, or whether you continue with it, or whether you start it to start with. Again, like the Page of Cups, this person has been thinking about this for a little while. Still not quite ready though to divulge how they feel. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just get some advice on both sides. So this is advice for the giraffe person. Oh. Okay, there is definitely healing. I would say there has been, and I feel like putting this on this side, there has been in the past, this is really looking like something that has been rekindled, where there has been a past betrayal that you're still actually healing from. And, you know, the advice is to still honor that. You know, it really feels like you have a history with this person, and that history hasn't always been positive at all. But it does look like you're both learning from it, and you've both learnt your lessons from that old aspect of the relationship very well, and you've both grown and evolved as you should as a result. This person has gone higher. It's actually leveraged that person and catapulted them into a higher level of awareness where they know what they want now, and they're asking for that, and they're demanding that of everyone in their life, not just this person. This person has it looks like they've had a chance to see an aspect of themselves, do a little bit of shadow work, which these two cards strongly represent, and have been forced to look at aspects of themselves that made them feel uncomfortable. They want to communicate that, but aren't quite ready to yet. So perhaps something happened within the relationship where this person got to see an aspect of themselves that they didn't like. This person mirrored it. And this person is now gone, you know what? I don't like that aspect of that person or anyone. I don't want that anymore. So this person is demanding this person to level up in a way. And this person's going, you know what? I can do it. I can do it. I'm not 100% sure how I can do it, but I am doing it in my own way. Not ready to talk about it yet, but I am doing it. I am leveling up. So, you know, the advice is to honor the fact that it still hurts. Whatever happened in the past relationship from this person, most likely, there is still a bit of pain, but you are healing from it, and use this time to do that. That's perfectly okay. And I just want to get one more card for person A, just to clarify that. Either advice or opportunities, or just advice, really. High Priestess again. Wow. Okay. All right. So again, this is highlighting, oh, 10 of Cups. I didn't even see that. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. So you've got the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. There is absolutely potential for long-term happiness with this relationship. And if this person was to tune in, because this person is very psychic, absolutely tuned in, 100%, very, very highly evolved person, and they know it. They know it. Time now, like, it's sometimes knowing can be a burden. This person knows what this person's going through. Whether this person's vocalized it or not, this person knows. This person knows exactly what they did, what this person did, how they're dealing with it, what they're going to do as a result, what they don't want to tell the other person. This person knows it all. This person doesn't realize that. But it is a burden. That is why it's difficult. Like, it is really, really tough to be able to tune in this way and not say anything and understand that perspective of what that person's going through. It's like, that's why empaths put up with so much shit, because they understand why people do the things they do. They understand, it's like, you know, I know that you've had a tough upbringing, and I know this is hurt, and I know you're hurting right now, and I know you just make justifications for it, but it doesn't serve you at the end of the day. It doesn't help you, because you know, you're still in relationships with those people. And right now you're going, you know what, yes, I can still tune in and it can benefit me, but at the same time, it's a burden. It is a burden. It's a blessing and a curse to be able to tune in that way. But at the same time, you also know that they're actually doing the work, and they are doing what they need to do to level up, and they are loyal to you, and they actually do want to work with you. So at the same time, like, you know the darker aspects of themselves, and you know that the choices that have been made as a result of honoring those darker aspects of themselves, but you also know that they're actually actively making a change. So if you tune into that a little bit more, because the 10, it just so happens, and it's interesting, I didn't even see the 10 come out until later. That's just really strange. So I don't think that this person, this giraffe person, actually sees the full potential of this relationship. If this person were to tune in and use their gifts, they might tune into that, but they're still reeling a little bit, and they're still in that assessment period just to make sure that this person has changed. You're still going, you know what, I'm not 100% convinced. I need more concrete evidence. This person here is doing the work, but it is hard for them to admit that they've done it, because admitting to the fact that they've done the work is admitting to the fact that they were broken in the first place. I'm just going to check that this is still recording. Yep, it is. Okay. Because I'm getting close to maxing out the storage of that thing. All right. So yeah, this person is like, if for them to go, yes, I've been working on myself to better myself, is to admit that they were not as good before, or they were unworthy before. And that's just not true. That's just what they were buying into. That's what they believed about themselves. And because they believe that about themselves, their actions match that belief. Doesn't mean that those actions are correct about that person. It's just they were operating from those belief systems, which they now know don't work for them. So they are now making conscious choices, not unconscious choices, conscious choices to level up and look at those areas of their lives that were actually leading to those results that weren't serving them. They are actively doing that, and they're doing it because they want to honor this relationship. See, there's two people, they're just looking at each other. It's just such a beautiful reading. Such a beautiful reading. So I would say for this person here, to cut this person a little bit of slack, give them a little bit more time. They need more time than you do. But while you're doing that, you can do you. You can go off in the astral realms and, you know, go off in whatever land that you want. But I think the advice would be to tune in to how good this can get. This can actually be very beneficial on an emotional level. This is a relationship that can last. Now this has happened. So whatever has happened in the past was meant to happen. So you can set up your own boundaries and go, no, I demand better from you, because that's not good enough. And this person's gone, shit, yeah, I really, if I'm going to be a match to this person, I do have to level up in this area. And they're doing that. So they are becoming the person you are saying you need them to be. And both of you, like this person here is taking the time out. And I said he just then because wolf is a masculine energy. So that's what I was thinking, masculine, and dog as well. Taking the time to do exactly what you need them, or this person needs them to do. And this person is taking time to make sure that that's actually happening. And it is. It 100% is. So I'm just going to get some advice now for the dog person, person B, that wanted to come out. I'll put it in there. Again, communication. The advice is to communicate and act swiftly. Don't think that you've got all the time in the world to do this, because this person is assessing this person. Won't do it forever. If you take forever to change, this person is going to go, you know what, no, you know, I'm allowing the change to happen because I can see that you are changing and I can see that you're making an effort. But if you take too long, I'm not going to do that. Part of my boundary is, no, I'm not going to put up with that, because this person is going to make mistakes along the way. You can't go through this and come from where they've come from without stumbling a few times. This person knows that. But don't take too long. Don't stumble too many times. The advice is to move quickly on this. And I think because it flipped out and then flipped back again, I'd say that this person is doing that, is doing this very fast, because they sense that, you know, they can't be their old version of themselves for too much longer. They're probably seeing this person being a little bit restless every time that happens. Or not restless, but more disassociative. Okay, any more advice for person B, the dog person? Okay. All right. Okay, and I'm going to put that there. Definitely, the advice is to move on. Like, I don't see either of you moving away from the relationship at this point. The Six of Swords cards is a moving on to smoother waters, or sort of like a grass is greener. And with the Knight of Swords there, and pointing to that, is to move on and move away from, in this example, the old way of being. You do take, these swords here are like limiting belief systems. You do take them with you, but you're in control. You're in the one in control of the limiting belief systems. So move swiftly in demonstrating, or move towards your goal, especially with the Two of Wands here. I see the Two of Wands, and Two of Wands is looking at the Six. The Knight is actually pointing to the Six as well. Moving towards the person you want to become. And the person you want to become is someone who can communicate their feelings and honor their own emotions and do the shadow work. Do it. That's the advice. Move swiftly to doing that. Take these swords out one by one. Deal with them, but do it swiftly. Don't delay. Potentially, maybe in the past, this person could have been someone who did procrastinate on things and go, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do the shadow work tomorrow. I'll work on myself. I do plan on, or do intend on doing it, but never actually doing it. Now you're being pushed, or this person's been pushed into doing it because they don't want to lose this person. Like, this person can absolutely recognize the benefit of being in this relationship with this person. Otherwise, what else would have motivated them into changing the way they have? Nothing or no one would have, other than this person and the mirror that they're projecting to them. Again, this is a very mature relationship. So potentially you're at the stage of life where you're going, you know what? I finally found something that works. I found someone who I want to be with. I don't want to fuck this up. I don't want to mess this up. I want to do this right. I want to become the person that because this person's changing because they want to change. You don't do anything unless you want to do it. Other people can become catalysts or inspiration for doing that. But at the end of the day, you want to become a better person, and you know this person can actually inspire you and help you into doing that, or whatever's happened in the past has done that, because you've got something that's happened in the past that you're moving away from. You're both moving away from that incident that happened in the past, but potentially there was a breakup, or you had a bit of an argument that potentially could have made this go a very different direction. Or it's been past relationships that have done that you're moving away from, and you want to make sure that you're moving into something smoother now. You're moving into something that is actually going to work and honor your heart. Okay, so let's just have a look at the future for you mainly, whichever one you resonate with, and the future of this connection as a whole. And a final one. I don't think this is in shot. But anyway. Alright, the future of this connection. Whoa, too many. I need to take 3 or less. Future of this connection. And then I'll go into channel messages probably straight away. 2. Okay. Alright, I feel that's over here. This is what's happened last time in the last read as well. So I'm just going to get some for this side. The future of this connection. Yep. Okay. Perfect. And I'm just going to see, I don't know if that one's in shot. Yes, it is. Okay. So I would say the future of this connection is very, very positive. This person is absolutely, you got 2 knights here. I'm just going to take a drink, just 1 second. This is my 3rd read and my voice starts to go. Things are going to happen very fast. Once you decide and you come through this transition period and go, you know what, I'm going to commit to this relationship, it's going to happen very fast. Order it is very, very fast. It's going to progress incredibly fast once you know. I would say the future, for both of them, there's speed on both sides. Speed, 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 speed. Everything is going to, I think there's going to be a much more movement on this side. This side is more keen to make it happen. And this side, potentially something might even happen to be the catalyst to make the commitment. So at the moment, you're both going, I'm not sure yet. I need more proof to see whether I tick the boxes, or the other person ticks the boxes, or the relationship itself ticks all my boxes. Not all boxes are ticked just yet. But the future potential of this relationship is, once you've done that, like this is the Ace, you've got the 2 of Cups and the Ace of Cups, both in the what I call the completion phase. This is almost the completion phase. This is going to take, I see this as a renewal of the vows in a way. So especially being a mature relationship, perhaps, you know, you've been married for a very long time, you take your relationship to another level and you renew your vows, or the relationship is morphing into something completely different, which is deeper and more meaningful. This person is wanting to perhaps propose, because the page of that swords, page of Aries, page of swords, is someone who wants to tell the truth, or come out with a truth, or come out with an idea, or send a message of some sort of truth. The message being, I want to speed things up. I want to take things to the next level. I want to take the next stage of this adventure. I'm really, really keen to move this forward and communicate to you that, whatever that is. So it could be, I want to renew the vows, or I want to get engaged even, or I want to move in if it's a romantic relationship. Perhaps if it's a friendship, the person wants to communicate, you know, I'd like to spend, like, it's interesting with a friendship, to take the friendship to the next level. It's hard to actually say that, vocalize that, without it sounding like you're wanting to date them. So it's like, I think we get on really well. I like to spend a bit more time with you, you know, obviously on a friend level, on a platonic level, but I enjoy your company. So, you know, if you're keen, I'd like to you know, spend more time with you, or go out to more things or something like that. This person wants to vocalize that to the other person, whatever, like to move it into the next level. All right, with that said, what I need to do is I need to tune in. There's something that's wanting to come through, and that's why I'm stuttering. Okay, just 1 sec, I will tune in. Okay, I'm tuning into this side more now. This person is very excited to move things forward. More so than this person. This person is sort of more, just connected and going with the flow and is good either way, actually. But chooses to see the perspective from this can work, this is wholesome, this is beautiful, positive aspects, the whole lot. This person is highly energized. And sometimes that energy, when it gets too much, because you've got the Knight of Fire and you've got the Ten of Wands, this person is tuning into this overwhelmed energy that this person can have. This person can, or the dog person can take on so much. There's a lot of scattered energy. I was scattered to start this reading. I couldn't find my glasses, and then I found them. I found a different set and then realized the original ones were sitting on my top anyway, and the whole setup up here, it broke and I had to create. It was just so much went on. It's frustrating. The person can get frustrated really easily, take on too many tasks and overcommit themselves. They want to take a leaf out of this person's book and slow down a bit and really take a look at these tendencies within themselves. And they are very grounded, but they're wanting to communicate a desire to move forward in the relationship. They just don't know how, or they don't feel ready, or they don't know perhaps whether they've cleared enough in order to be, I'm going to say worthy of it, but of course they're worthy of it. But in their mind, they're thinking, oh, cat scratch. See, distraction. In their mind, they're thinking, am I worthy of this person? This person is actually, and that's a very honorable thing to think. Am I holding this person back? Or can I level up? This is what is going through the mind of the dog person. Can I do it? And they're endeavoring to do exactly that. And they're doing it very quickly. They're actually doing the work much faster than this person ever did. This person had a very long time to just sort of ease into doing the shadow work. This person's having a crash course. It's sort of like boot camp, but they're up for it. And there's so much that this person wants to say. There's so much this person wants to do for this person, but for some reason they can't vocalize it, or maybe they don't feel like they're ready to, or not ready to take that step, but they are keen. They're definitely motivated, 100% motivated to being the person that they feel they need to be in order to be in a relationship, a successful relationship with this person. This person here is just loving life, just in love with life. And when they tune into the love of this relationship. And that is actually also what's helping create it, and is what's helping it become successful as well. This energy that this person is funneling into this person and helping them without them even realizing it. That person doesn't know the benefit. They do realize that there's a lot of benefit to this relationship with this person, of course, but they don't fully understand it and they don't fully get it. They're being assisted by this person on an energetic level and they don't even know it. That is actually why this is happening so much faster. You might see them go to old tendencies, go to do old, overcommit or overdo, or get a little bit cranky or frustrated or short-tempered or whatever it is that they used to do. And then you're seeing them go, oh, no, and deliberately holding themselves back, or taking, practicing the pause, taking that time out to go, no, this is the old me. I don't want to be this. I want to be someone different in this moment. And just you're seeing them make the adjustments, and you're seeing it a lot. And that's what's keeping this person around, because they can see and feel and sense the effort and the energy, and understand the energy that's going into this sort of process that this person is going through. And I think that they are going to be very successful. The Knight of Wands, that Knight of Fire is the Knight of Wands. Very confident, And so same with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is someone who plans ahead. It's a Gemini card. It's someone who strategizes about how they're going to move forward, and they do need to take this time out to think about that. But at the same time, they're really, really keen to get this done. Get it done and get it done right. They're just still figuring out how, but mostly figuring out how to verbalize their feelings, verbalize their insecurities to this person and vulnerabilities to this person, how to actually make their heart vulnerable to this person. Can I trust this person? It's been shit on in the past. There's a lot. So this person is contemplating their own place in the relationship and their own limiting belief systems and their ability to level up while this person is assessing that person. So both of you are taking time out, and the necessary time out, to make sure that this relationship is right. You both think it can work. This one is more of a belief that it can work. This person knows it can work only if they level up, and they know that. Their only question in their mind might be, can I do it? Can I sustain it? Can I actually be that person? And that, I think there's a lot of confidence is like, yes, I can. I just got to keep doing it. I just got to keep doing it. Because this person's obviously keeping me around. So they're obviously seeing potential in me. They're seeing me do that. I just got to keep doing it. And this person thinks that they can, or believes that they can, and is 100% determined to do whatever it takes to become good enough for this person. They're already good enough. They're just got to do what this person's already gone through, and just watch their thoughts, watch how they think, and then take that time out, practice a pause, going, do I really want to say that? Do I really want to react in that way, or do I want to respond? They're actually really assessing in the moment, moment to moment, assessing, not just with you, but with other people, how they respond to life. Because now they're seeing that aspect of themselves and how it didn't work for them in the past. Okay, tune in and see if there's anything else. This may work, it may not. There's a very good chance that it will, but this is the time where you're both assessing whether that's going to be true or not. This is the time, and it's probably going to go on for a little while longer, because you both need to know whether it's right or not. You both have doubts. You've both been hurt in the past, possibly by each other, but you both want to be sure that it's right, and sure that you can be the person that the other person needs you to be. And honor that time. It's a smart thing to do. If you need to take time out to yourself to do it, then do it. Make the most of your time by yourself to do that, and reflect. And communicate with each other. Get better at doing that, especially this person needs to do that. And just because this person knows what this person's going through, doesn't mean that this person knows what this person's going through. They don't. And remember that. This person needs to remember that. This person isn't connected like this person is. They're working towards that, but they're not there yet. Not spiritually speaking, which is fine. Again, you've got a lot to offer each other. You can balance each other out. This can work, but really it's sort of predominantly up to this person. But they're like, if anyone can do it, the Knight of Swords, Knight of Swords and Knight of Wands can absolutely do that. The only negative thing in there is withholding. And that's just withholding from this person all the work that they're doing in order to change. But this person knows that anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Anything else? It's up to you, whether you want this to move forward or not. There's potential there, and that's where you're going. trust your heart, trust your guidance, check in with your guidance. Get into a space of love before you make any decisions moving forward. Because from that space, from that high vantage point, that's when the truth is going to be. That's where you know. But the future's looking very good. Either way, the future's looking very good for both of you. Either way, whether you continue with this relationship or not, the future's looking very good for both of you. So there's nothing to worry about, really, nothing to worry about. It's just that period of summing up. So that's going to go on for a little while longer. There's still going to be that uncertainty for a little while longer, but not much longer, especially at the speed that this person's going. And soon you'll find out. Then you'll know. And then once you've made that commitment, you've verbalized it, it's going to go real fast. Okay. Oh, that's it. Well, thank you very much for joining me for this read. And if you liked it, please put a comment in the comments below and share and like it. And if you have any ideas for any other reads, again, put that in the comments below. But until next week, when I do my next read, I say bye, thank you.